Yo everyone, Obliv here. Talents are on screen, levels 24 through 28. If you haven't seen our previous videos, go check out the channel. The AoE guide starts at level 14. But, yep, let's get started. We're going to start out in Hillsbrad. This is my recommended place to go. The only thing I would watch out for here is the footmen. They have more HP, so try and solo kill them before you do an AoE pull. As you can see in the background, you see blizzards going down. This place is very popular. So throughout this entirety of this video, I've got other locations for everyone because I know how rough it is going somewhere, and you know, the spots taken, you can't really farm efficiently. So trust me, if you already have tried to come to this area and it's just overrun, people are quest here, people AoE grind here, I get it, trust me. And it's a huge PvP hub. This is like the first zone where all the Alliance and Horde are actually, you know, meeting up and killing one another, which is super awesome. But at the same time, not so much if you're trying to level very efficiently. At the end of this clip, I actually get ganked. It sucks, but it is what it is, man. I was just coming here. I mean, I was gonna farm here, honestly, but it was rough. I messed up the first pull. I didn't mess it up. I think I had to resist. So just reset. Try not to die. Get your resources back real quick, and just try it again. I know I'm pulling the footman in this pull, but I was just trying to get decent footage. If I was actually, you know, doing this pull, I would have solo killed him and then made the AoE pull. And as you see, Druid got your boy. But anyways, on to the next location. If this one's not doing it for you, I'm gonna go down to the Barrens. I really like this spot, Blackthorn Ridge. There's stalkers and seers. They lay the searing totem, so just make sure you get out of range after they drop the totem before you cast your blizzard, or it's gonna mess up your whole pool. The circles you see here in blue are where the stalkers will be. They are in stealth. And after I show you the route that I take here, I actually have a clip on my high level mage showing you where those stalkers are for you to pull. It does seem a little sketchy at first, you know, this dude's trying to run into a group of rogues and stuff, but hey man, they're melee mobs, you know, it doesn't get any better than that. That's what we're after. As you see, I got out of range of the fire totems, and then they will drop some more, so just make sure after you Nova again to get out of range. It'll ruin your whole day if you get knocked back on your blizzard spell from a searing totem. Right here, there was a stalker. I totally forgot he was even there, so I just went ahead and solo killed him since I was low on resources. This pull, as you get a little higher level, you can try and pull more and more. There's a couple in the bag. It's just hard to get every mob there because of the stuff in the way, the thorns coming out of the ground and so on. These guys actually do drop a healing, like a healing totem or whatever, but it's nothing significant. As you can see, you know, Frost Nova, I don't know if it missed or resisted or just didn't hit him at all. I actually go in the combat log to see if that many resisted, and honestly it didn't even show up as, you know, hitting them or not, or resisting. It just wasn't there, and super unlucky. Had a resist, but I went ahead and went with it. This is kind of sketchy if you do that. Like, even though I had one resist, I just sheeped him since I had enough time of the Frost Nova left to get everything. But he does persist longer than the others. We still kill him, no problem. If you're confident in yourself to do those things when you get a resist, go for it by all means. You still get your experience instead of running away and resetting. You'll lose a little bit of time, but running away and resetting is always better than dying, no matter what. And see, every time, make sure you're out of the searing totem range. The first couple of times that you pull, You might mess up, you might get hit and interrupt your blizzard, but after a few pulls, you get used to the range. You just kind of develop like an instinct for it, I guess. We're coming up on the area where there are actually a lot of stalkers. I like to pull these up against this big thorn coming out of the ground, the vine with thorns on it. I'll grab these because in that area in front of the hut and thorn there's several different stalkers. They have a pathing radius that is insane. Like they walk around everywhere. They're not in the exact same location like all of these other mobs are, which kind of hurts, but you'll see right here I get really lucky and they're all relatively close to one another. You see I enter combat and they just appear out of thin air, and there's I think 4 or 5 all right here, and I don't want to cast my Frost Nova yet. I'm still holding it and getting low just in case there was an extra one, because you don't want to use your Frost Nova and have one not even come out of stealth yet and then finally open on you as you get away and cast your blizzard. So that's only like half of the stalkers. The other half is gonna be not here. It's after this pull we find some more. See, we went here with a sheep again instead of resetting the fight. Probably a bad idea. I took a lick from the Searing Totem and had one reset, so kind of feels bad, man, but we pull through it. We get some kills, get some experience, and we just keep moving along. I'm not gonna go back and try and get him, but there are like I think 3 mobs behind the hut if you include that one. Here there are I think 3 stealth mobs. There is an elite and there is a guy for a quest that I try my best not to pull. The guy by the drum. And there's also that guy right there. He's a mage type, so we also try and avoid him if at all possible. If we can't avoid him, just run away, reset the fight, man. It's not worth it. I'm pretty sure he casts frost bolts over and over again. It's not what we want. I believe this elite guy is for a quest, so if you're not ahead of the pack, there might be several people out here killing these guys for quest items, and I think there's 3 or 4 particular guys that they need for quest kills, which that mage is definitely one of them. I think there's 2 other ones that don't really mix up with the regular mobs. Here I'm showing you the stealth mobs on my high level. See, they're really spread out and they walk everywhere. It's insane how far they walk, but I did want to give you like a glimpse of how they, operate. Like at any one time that you go back to this area, you might not get all of those stealth mobs, and that could be said for all of these areas. They're literally everywhere. They walk super far away. They don't sit in one spot, so that makes it a little more difficult. But they're all in a general, area all the time. So, yeah, that's that place. The other spot is right across the street. Baal Modan, I believe. Baal Modan. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce that. There are quests in this area, but there's not that many. I think there's 1 or 2 for these guys. The Foremans, you're going to want to solo kill. They just continuously shoot these torch tosses at you. They're not melee. They just stay ranged the whole time. But yeah, you solo kill the Foremans until you have a good, clear area to get an AoE pull off. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm killing a foreman. All these guys up along the edge here. I'm trying to pull and get a good AoE. Good AoE pull down. And it's literally that easy. It's just like any other melee mob. A lot of people go to areas and they think they can't AoE it because there's like casters mixed in there. But you can solo kill any of those ranged mobs, even if there's 4 of them. solo kill those 4 mobs, get you one huge AoE pull off. And it's not like you're not getting experience, you know. It does slow everything down a little bit, and it's not as efficient as some of the other places. But if you don't have the time to get ahead of the pack in the first place, then it's going to be rough no matter what. But at the same time, I do think AoEing is still more optimal, even if you have to share some of the mobs with some people. But if it is so bad that you can't even get an AoE pull off, obviously you don't want to be there. I think I messed this pull up actually. Run back here. One of the guys for a quest is back here. Yeah, the guy who's my target currently. Yep, see I missed the pull on that fellow right there. Threw him in a sheep. No biggie. It's always scary. It always gives you anxiety when stuff like that happens, because in this area, like, if I would, you can't really reset the fight. I left so many foremans and stuff up in the middle that if I would have tried to run away, they would have just killed me. So this was the best thing I could do. But if that area is full, we can head over to Greenpaw Village in Ashenvale. Tons of mobs here. I mean, different class varieties. The main ones you want to worry about are the totemic, and the Pathfinder. The totemic just drops searing totems, so get far away, and the Pathfinder, solo kill them before you make a pull. It's just like the Blackthorn area with the Razorman guys dropping the searing totem. Just get far enough away. It's not too tough to deal with once you get like a fair instinctive like distance depth gauge. I don't know how to explain it. You just get used to how far it is away. You can pull several mobs, and I know like in the earlier videos I was saying only pull 3, but now you're gonna want to pull 3 to 6. You'll probably you can test as many as you want, but once you get over that 5 mob, you know, count, it starts getting difficult, because a lot of times you'll just die before you even get the pull off. And how they have it working in Blizzard now, if you try and round up too many mobs, you might run out of distance and reset everything. So huge bummer. I know we all want to just collect 40 mobs and AoE them down, but this is the game we've been given. But you'll get used to it. But if you do get to where you want to pull, you know, 7-10 mobs, and they're farther away, all you have to do is keep those mobs in combat. You know, you can use your rank 1 arcane explosion to hit them, and I think for about 6 seconds you get them to continue following you. So keep that in mind, or if you're a little bit higher level, you can use your rank 1 cone of cold to just continuously kite everything you've pulled into new mobs that you want in your pool. Rank 1 doesn't cost too much mana, and it also slows them down, so you're not taking damage the entire time. You really don't want the I think it's the Ursas have the hamstring. That hurts really bad. I mean, you still can melee pull them. It's almost the same as being dazed. It just lasts a little bit longer, but you can still deal with it. As you can see, I solo killed the Pathfinder. We're not worried about anything else. I do get hamstringed here. It's no big deal. Don't try and run really far away, otherwise they'll break out of your Nova if you try and run like the normal distance that you would normally run, and it'll just mess up your whole pool. And your health bar is a resource essentially, so use it wisely. Not too far up the way we have Satyrnar. I'm not sure how to say that either. Here, the only really bad thing you have to worry about is the Curse of the Blackheart. Just remove the curse if it, like, immediately if you get it on you. For some reason, I don't even think I got it cast on me one time, but yeah, it's really not too hard to deal with. Aside from that, the Hell Callers, they will summon imps. If they have a Void Walker, it's no big deal. It's just another melee mob. You want to definitely kill the imp if they have it spawned out. Um, and that's pretty much it. These are all the places that I have gone. As you can see, I'm showing you, how I go about this stuff. But yeah, I appreciate it, guys. Keep it classic. I'm gonna have more coming for you. Thank you.